Hello and welcome to a new video. Today's video, if you couldn't tell, is a sketchbook tour video for this book right here. I've said it so many times, but I did not expect to finish this book so soon. This is Sketchbook 17. This is the Arrtx sketchbook that Arrtx very kindly sent to me. This is their A5 book. So I've got some stickers on the front that I will label for you right now, as well as the Sketchbook 17 down the side and some more on the back. Some of these are from artists as well, but some of them aren't. Like this one is from a Hello Kitty sticker pack that I got. This is a printout of Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And then we got some more Hello Kitty ones from some packs. And then this is an Ohuhu one. But yeah, I will label the others. So this sketchbook, I am very mixed on it. I did a video for it when I started this sketchbook. Yeah, I started this one in June of 2025 and I finished it in November, which was a lot quicker than I was expecting to finish it. But yes, like I was saying, I had some issues with this sketchbook. It's built very differently from what I would consider a standard sketchbook, and I believe this is because they have the intention of they want it to lay flat. So it's only glued down, it's only stuck to the hardcover by the back cover itself. So it has like a weird step up thing so that when you go at any point, it kind of lays flat. And they also did it so that each page isn't sewn in, it is an individual piece of paper that is held in by glue, which makes it a very fragile book. And I didn't really like that aspect of it because I spent the whole entire book worrying about if it was going to fall apart, which it slowly is, despite me being incredibly careful with it. And one or two of my patrons also mentioned that they have this sketchbook and their pages were coming out. This sketchbook, you know, I love the paper quality. I think the paper quality is really nice and it handles pretty much everything that I've thrown at it. I just wish it was sewn instead of glued. Another small issue is the fact that because of how it is formatted here, they have put the folder at the front of the book, which I wouldn't have thought would be an issue. Normally I'm used to folders being at the back of the book, but because of how this book opens, it means that everything falls out into this bit, and if you're not paying attention when you close it, you can crease and bend everything that's in the folder pocket. So yeah, I'm very mixed on this book. I wish I liked it more than I did. That being said, I did enjoy a lot of the art I made in this book, so we will get into that soon. This is the title page, which you will be able to see in the beginning this book video. And then over here I've just got some stickers as well. This one's from Flesh PNG. This one's from, I believe their name is Mimskosara. Then some more Hello Kitty stuff. That was from Ohuhu. And then these things are from envelopes and stuff. And another Always Sunny picture. Oh, and this one here as well is also Flesh PNG. So I guess we'll start with the folder, seeing as it is the first thing in the book. This feels very weird doing it this way. So yeah, just a load of knickknacks. This is a doodle of me saying I am done because at some point in this book I started Inktober, but I did the bad Tober prompts. And I gave up and I didn't know how to draw myself, so that was me testing these and I didn't like either of them, so I never posted that. Then a doodle or a sketch of is it Adrian Chase from Peacemaker, because you know season 2 came out and I didn't like it, or well, I mean I was mixed on the show, but I meant I didn't like this drawing, so it disappeared into the folder. Then we have Bucky, because Thunderbolts also came out this year, or in 2025, which put me back into a Bucky mood, so I sketched him, didn't like it, so it disappeared. This is Tommy from The Last of Us, the video game. Actually, don't mind this anymore. This one also got shoved into the folder because I didn't like it, but looking at it now, I actually think it looks fine. A lot of these issues are because I like sketching in ballpoint pen, so if you do it wrong, it is kind of hard to fix, so they disappear forever because I don't want to look at them. Then this was from Shay because I was part of her Patreon for a little while. Then I have some wrench things because I think I found some old prints of him and I went through a Watch Dogs mood, I think again in this book. And I wanted to do something with them, so I cut them out so that I could stick them on things, but then I never did anything with them. And these ones are like old designs. Like this one's really old, which I think you can kind of tell. And then this one's like slightly newer, but I just didn't do anything with them. And then these are some other things of like my digital art. So I don't remember if this was last year or if this was the year before. I got really into The Walking Dead again and I was doing some like digital art while I was watching the show. So yeah, like this is Daryl. I can't remember what season, maybe season 4. Same with Herschel. I don't know. And I just wanted prints of these because I liked how they turned out. And then John Walker from Thunderbolts as well. I just did this fun pink and blue thing. I really liked how it looked and it just disappeared. Oh yeah, this is the full comic page that this is from. It actually goes from bottom to top because for some reason that's how I format things. It's how I draw in my sketchbook, so I did it with this comic for some reason. But it is just from a scene that I think is during season 4. And I just really love Michonne and Daryl's interactions, so I just really had to draw them. And I'm really happy with how Michonne turned out here. And then this is another Patreon thing from Shay. So yeah, that is it for those little pieces there. Right, so let's pop those back in. Cool. So I guess we will just start with the main sketchbook. This is my OC Kara. She is a blue demon. I don't remember if I did these in the video. I don't think I did, but I did these pigeons over here because I love pigeons and I just felt like adding them on this page because this is the page I did the sort of like thumbnail sketching for what I wanted my title page to be. And we get like visited by a brown pigeon sometimes in our garden. We get a lot of pigeons. So I just wanted to colour it in here, which then led me to making this like pigeon professor kind of guy who I really like, but I never did anything with. He's again one of those like throwaway characters that I just made up. But I really like just how he looks up here, just like a pigeon with like a big ruffle neck piece who is like a magical professor. So these are like using acrylic markers and just ink pens. Then moving on, I go through quite a big Last of Us phase in this book and I still keep drifting in and out of it. So I was sketching Tommy and Joel here. I was using like this new technique that I'd kind of had fun messing around with. So I have some of these like Tombow pens. They are water markers, if this will focus. Yeah, they're water-based marker pens, and they come with a like bullet fine nib and a brush nib. And what I like to do, because I really liked doing like more permanent things in my sketchbook, because I love drawing in pencil, but I really don't like the idea of just smudging it when I'm using the rest of the book. So I would sketch with the fine nib and then I would colour the whole thing in with the brush nib, because all the lines that I'd previously added with the fine nib would then just get darker, which you can kind of see. Then once that had dried, I would go in with just a ballpoint pen and just finalize it. And at the time I really liked this technique. It was a lot of fun. I kind of like how they turned out, but it was one of those techniques that the more I used it, the less I started to like it. I don't know what it is. I think it's the washiness look of it, but I think that's mostly because my Tombow pens are drying out. Then on this side we have my girl Kara. I came across this picture on Pinterest where it's this girl wearing this red jacket that I just really wanted to draw, and I really wanted to draw Kara in it, so that is what I did here. This is using acrylic markers, and then I lined it with ballpoint pen because I really like how those two things look together, and I just really like how ballpoint pen looks when you're lining it. Oh god, I completely forgot I did that. Oh. So let's ignore this for now. I'll talk about that in a minute. This page, I painted the whole page red, and then I was like, cool, what am I going to do with it now? So I sketched this character, this demon character, that I drew in my previous sketchbook as well. She has like, I don't actually know if she's a demon, but I like her armor having like demon decals. So she's got like these horns and these like tusk looking things coming out the side of her head, and I really loved how she looked with the red background. So to make her stand out even more, I then used like this Posca marker to just kind of go around the outline. So yeah, she stands out way more now than if I had done that, and I just really like how the contrast looks. Oh, okay, so this page, this is Star-Lord, yeah, using the same technique that I did with Tommy and Joel. I finally got around to watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I didn't think it was amazing, but I did think this was like the best that he had looked. So I was like, yeah, let's draw him. And then I drew him, and I was immediately like, I wish he wasn't in my sketchbook actually. I put a Kiltro song with him as well, because it seemed kind of fitting for what his character was going through. So yeah, I don't like it, and I don't really like how the faces turned out either. So it feels like a lose-lose. So moving on, I sketched down here my character King. He is a cat. He's like an idol character in Kara's world, and I've drawn him like this before, but I wanted to give him like a proper body, and I did the same with his bunny friend. I just really like how he looks. He kind of has like a Animal Crossing sort of vibe. And up here I drew Kara being like, hey, I got the new the new king top, because she collects his merch, I guess. Then over here I was bored, so I decided to colour in some like eggs. So I did a normal one, then a slightly bad one, and then a really bad one. I just wanted to make them get kind of rotten for whatever reason. And then this down here is my little dog Manchi, and I really just wanted to draw him like an Animal Crossing character, because I love him so much and he deserves to be drawn. He's my son, my love. I love him so much. Okay, so this is the part where the book was threatening to come apart, and I've had to glue the actual end of the page, of these pages in so many times, because it keeps just like threatening to fall out, because it just keeps coming apart. This is Cullen from Dragon Age, because he got into my head again, and I don't really know why. So I drew him, because that's something I tried to do with this sketchbook, is every time I had any kind of thought where I was like, I'm in this mood, or I like this character, whatever, I made myself draw them. So that might be why I filled up this book a lot faster than previously, because I was trying to just listen to my thoughts. Then I created this new character because I was in the Last of Us mood still, and I wanted to create my own like zombie apocalypse character. Because I can't be bothered to come up with my own world, he is currently using the world of The Last of Us as a sort of stand-in, but his name is Floyd. He is just this cool Texan guy with a chainsaw. So this page was done with gouache, and then I outlined with white gel pen. And he has a chainsaw called Maureen, but he's like so fun to draw, so I have no idea why I stopped, but I love him. He was so much fun to paint here. And then on this page is where it's the worst, because I did a double page spread of gouache, and the binding of the sketchbook did not like that one bit. I think it was like dissolving the glue or something. Like, that's the only thing I can think of as to why the pages were coming out. This is a painting of Clown Fungus. They are a cosplayer. They post over on Instagram, and they also show up in their friends' videos on YouTube, which is where I came across them all. There was this one video where they were like posing like this in front of a lamppost, and I just loved it because they have this really fun style that I'm obsessed with. They let me paint them, which was really, really nice of them, and I'm so happy with how it turned out, because it's just there's so much green, and I barely ever use green, and I was just so happy with how like all the colours look together. But yeah, this is a mix of gouache and coloured pencil. Anyway, then here is some more of Floyd. So yeah, he's cutting down a clicker here because, like I said, the world of The Last of Us is a placeholder, and I just really like the idea of, you know, mutated zombie creatures. So then on this side is another new character. This is Cat. They are a motorcyclist, roller skater character that I just really wanted to draw. And I gave them a helmet that is like supposed to look like its cat is. I just really enjoyed trying to make it look shiny. This was done using alcohol markers and coloured pencil, and they actually show up in a video on my channel, which you will see some of in a minute when I get to it. This is a gouache painting of a scene from a trailer for a game called Ill. It's a game that me and my brother have been like keeping an eye on for a while, except I haven't recently, so I don't know if there's been any more updates. But it looks like such a creepy game. And there's this one scene in the trailer where there's this guy that just comes around the side of the building in this like gear, and he just looks so cool. So I was like, why don't I just paint that? So I just did this page of it because, yeah, like I said, I was just trying to give into my thoughts a bit more this time. Then so yeah, there's more Last of Us. So I drew some more Tommy because he was really taking over my brain a bit. This is using the same technique that I used at the beginning of the book. And then on this side I wanted to draw Joel with some like fungus things kind of looking like they're coming out of his head almost, but really it just kind of looks like it's behind him. This is using gouache and coloured pencil again, and yeah, I like how it turned out, although actually now his face, there's something about it that bothers me. I think the proportions might be off. Right, yeah, so this is where the character Cat shows up again. I drew them for a Hemi video where I was testing out their acrylic markers. I will have that linked in the description if you want to check it out. This blueberry was also from the video, but these Tommies were not. So I stuck these sketches of him in just to fill the space on this page a bit more. And then on this page, I wanted to do a gouache painting of him similar to how I had done one for Joel. But I gave him more of like a proper background for this. But I didn't like how it was looking with him because I went for this nice blue that I thought would, you know, look really nice, but it was all blending in too much. So then I went in with this like fluorescent orange pencil that just created such a nice contrast, I think, and it comes across so warm that I much prefer it. I tried to do this thing for his eye because, well, I'm not going to say anything, just in case. Yeah, I love the games so much. I couldn't get into the show. I watched all of season 1 and I didn't really like it, and I just haven't really bothered with season 2 because I didn't like season 1, and I've heard so many bad things about it that I'm just really glad that I didn't get into it. But the games I genuinely love, and I played them again recently, so that was fun. This page, very obvious what happened here. K-pop Demon Hunters came out. I mean, I enjoyed the film. I was going to do more art for it, but I realised that I didn't want to. So this is all I did. I did the cat and the bird. So these are just done with coloured pencils, and then this one is acrylic marker again. Then on this side we have my character from Dark Tide because I played that last year and I had a lot of fun with it. The music is really good in that game, but I just slowly started to get bored and I just kept thinking like, what's the point? I enjoyed it a lot while I played it, but yeah, unfortunately I stopped enjoying it. These are a load of bugs. I sketched these out from my making art from trash video where I turned a old like hot chocolate pot into a plant pot, which is still on my windowsill going strong, but if you would like to watch that video, that will be in the description. I enjoyed drawing bugs. they're fun, surprisingly. Then, I don't entirely know why, but I got into Spider-Man again, specifically the Spider-Verse films. I wanted to make a new Spider-Sona. They're not me, they're just a spider character, so it's not exactly a Spider-Sona, but I still kind of use that word because it seems fitting. And I gave them a like motorcycle helmet because I was apparently in that mood, you know, like the same way I made my character Cat. I wanted to make this character as well. So they have wheels on their feet and on their elbows so that like when they are up against surfaces they just like slide. So if you imagine her like swinging across a building or something and like she's got her elbow on it or she's got her feet on it, on the building specifically, she'll just like go vroom vroom fast. So yeah, I really enjoyed designing her character. That is what this page is. I just wanted to include like my thought process and, you know, just show my designing her. And then on this page I did more of a like finished piece, and her name is Slingshot because that is like what she does kind of thing, which is why she has the wheels as well. And I just tried to go for this like sort of sunset vibe colours whilst also keeping some like fun neon colours. Then on this page I wanted to show my Spider-Sona characters because I have made 4 in total and they just kind of like change as I change, and I thought that was really interesting. So they've gotten like progressively more interesting as my confidence with like character designing and stuff has grown, because this is like the very first one I made and there's like nothing wrong with her, but she is very boring. So I just wanted to show, because then these ones are way more like interesting. I still think this one is my favourite, and she's kind of like an avoid of nothingness because there was really not that much going on with her, whereas these guys are like super colourful. This was with gouache and coloured pencil. Cool. So then I got into Call of Duty Modern Warfare again. The 2019 game is my favourite game because I just love Alex and Farah so much. So I was just doing again the same methods that I was doing with Tommy and Joel at the beginning of the book, except with this one, instead of using ballpoint pen, I was using like an actual like ink roller pen. I just really wanted to do some cute drawings of Farah and Alex together. And I was just having so much fun just doing like a more simplified style, and it just kind of carried on here where I was trying to practice drawing them in this more simplified style, and I was having so much fun just doing this. So I took a ton of screenshots while I was playing the game, and that's what these are, was using those screenshots and then just like trying to simplify them so that I could try and keep how they look, but in this way more simple, quicker way of drawing. But this was just using ballpoint pen. This was the same thing as the previous page. Yes. Oh, and then, yeah, there's more. So I did this comic of Gaz and Price because I also really love their relationship, because they, like, check on each other by asking if they're broken. So I just wanted to do, like, a little comic of it escalating and, I don't know. And then more sketches. Yes. This was for another video. This was testing out Arrtx skin tone acrylic markers because they had just released their specifically skin tone set, and I just wanted to see how it would work on just a small variety of skin colours. I was pretty happy with them, but I did feel like we were missing like a lot of like mid-tone colours. I would have preferred more mid-tone colours to dark tone colours instead of the light colours, because I feel like the darker skin tones just always feel lacking in skin tone packs, and it's so annoying because like we do not need 10 of like pretty much the exact same light skin colour. Like we don't need that. Anyway, so this video will be linked down below as well. Then there's just more Tommy. Doing the same thing that I did for Alex and Farah, I just wanted to simplify his face in an easy to draw style. So that is what this page is. We've got Tommy throughout the ages. I love Tommy. If you couldn't tell, I love Tommy. Then I tried to put it into practice here by drawing him and Ellie with their horses. Obviously not in the same scene, but I don't like how either of their faces turned out here, so I just ignore it, honestly, which is a shame because I actually really like this page, but I don't like this page. Okay, oh my lord. Yes, so this is then when I got into Kingdom Come Deliverance. I spent an entire month playing both of those games. This is all I did for the first game because I just was like powering through that game because I really wanted to play the second game, honestly, but I wanted the experience of the first game as well, and I'm glad I did that because I know a lot of people sometimes just jump straight into the second game with those two, and you miss out on a lot of stuff from the first game if you do that, and a lot of relationships being built. I genuinely really loved the first game. The combat is tricky, and it's still tricky in the second one as well, but it is a lot harder in the first one. I lost to Hans in the first game in both the archery and sword little competition that you can do with him at the beginning, which I'm not that bothered by because it is very tricky and I still had not wrapped my head around the mechanics. And then onto the second game, I really loved so many more of the characters in this game that I just grew so attached to, specifically the Devil's Pack. So we've got Dry Devil himself. I love him. He's just like this scrungly little demon. Then Ada, who is another one of my favourites. We have Zizka, I think. I haven't played the game in so long, so I am concerned that I've forgotten names. This was a double page spread I did for a video inspired by Kingdom Come, which I mentioned in that video. This was for an Ohuhu acrylic marker set that I was sent. I need to get a light, hang on. So I am fighting the lighting a bit here, so I am sorry if it's like really horrible to look at. I am suffering with England weather during winter, so the lighting is not on my side at all lately, which makes recording very difficult. So I have just like turned my overhead light on, so I really hope this makes it better, because sometimes my camera cannot focus. It just does not like this lighting either, but I think it looks better than it was, so yeah, I hope this is okay. Moving on. We've got more Kingdom Come. So Hans, this was from a screenshot of him because he was looking very sassy, very shapely. Then we've got Dry Devil, because like I said, he's like maybe my favourite character from the second game. And I drew him as a Labubu as well, because I did try and make him as a Labubu, but the problem is I didn't give him any hair and I haven't given him any clothes because I'm just not very good at that kind of thing. Shall I show you? I showed it in my video where I was making these little guys. Yeah, I'll show you, hang on. Okay, here he is. So yeah, I call him my Dry Devil Labubu because he is inspired by him. And I did want to give him the bowl cut kind of thing, but I don't know how to do that, honestly. Like, I was thinking of doing it with like felt sheets or ribbons or something, but I don't know how to do that. So I've kind of just left him as this naked little freak. Instead of ears, I tried to give him these little horns. He's red, obviously, and he has little hooves instead of feet because he is a devil. So yeah, I have a whole video where I made just a regular version of this that is supposed to be a Labubu. I kind of got carried away with making these guys, so I have a few, and I show them all at the end of that video. But I love him. He's so silly, because I love Dry Devil. So now I have him as like this little freak. Anyway, okay. That's enough. So then I wanted to paint Ada down here, and I just put him with some snakes. They aren't any specific type of snake, they're just snake, you know? And I did this with gouache and coloured pencil. And then up here, I just wanted to do some teeth for some reason, so mouth and teeth. And then we've got a little devil, because, you know, Dry Devil. And more. I did this, it was supposed to be a red gouache painting of Dry Devil dancing with a skeleton, because I thought that would be cool. but I was really struggling to get like different red tones with the gouache, so I gave up and I then went in with like acrylic markers instead, and acrylic markers do not like being used over gouache, which makes sense because it's just like picking up all the pigment from the gouache and like clogging the acrylic marker, so it makes sense, but I still wish it worked because it would have been so much easier. And then I went in with some pencil and neatened it up a bit. And it's weird, but I do actually still like it. Then we have baby blue-eyed Henry. Just wanted to show off his big blue eyes. And that's also with gouache and pencil. And then there's just this doodle of Ada to fill the gap. Do we have more Kingdom Come? I mean, I probably do, don't I? Yes. Yeah, I was obsessed, okay? So we've got a page full of Ada, some ballpoint pen sketches of him, you know, using reference from the game again, and I really like how they turned out. And then I've got this little drawing of Zizka complaining about Ada. I actually really like how this looks because it's like super loose. Then I wanted to do some more Dry Devil, but I just can't get his face right, which is really annoying. And then this picture of him with a crossbow based on the end of the game because I had just finished it and I thought the scene with him at the end was funny. Then I created this character called Mort because in this gap here I drew some dancing skeleton jester characters to kind of fit in with the vibe of Kingdom Come. So I drew him again here. He's just a fun, silly guy and he's got all these fun little things. And he's a skeleton. So yeah, I did this with pink pencil. I really like how it looked. Moving on is when I finally watched Thunderbolts. Bob obviously got his own dedicated page because he is adorable. But then I did one for Ava, Yelena and Walker because I wanted them to be looking like kind of goofy. I don't think that came across because Yelena is just like kind of voguing here. But these two definitely, I think they have the expression I was going for. Then The Void, because I can't remember who, but I think one of my Patreons really wanted me to make some Void art, so this is what I did. I think this is technically also, but I don't know. Then more Walker, because I really liked him. I mean, I liked him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier as well. I genuinely enjoyed his character in that show as well, so I was really excited for him to come back to Thunderbolts. And so I also did some more. These ones are just using pen, you know. This is a gouache painting of some flowers that I got. It's a Delphinium Highlander Moonlight plant that I thought was gorgeous, and I got it really cheap from the garden centre, and I just wanted to paint them because they were beautiful. And then on this side it's Bucky, it's the Winter Soldier, but I only did his eyes because I immediately lost motivation, so then I covered the rest of it in stickers. And fabulous, that's all I can think. Oh right, yeah, okay. So this is another video. This was using the Himi gouache set, and I just did this astronaut with a shark. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that video because I really enjoyed the process of this and I love how it turned out. So again, if you want to see that video, there will be links in the description. Pretty much for everything in this book that is a YouTube video, the links will be in the description. Really random. This is Skullduggery Pleasant. It is a book series, it is Irish, and it is a lot of fun. It is also a really long series. It's like at book 17 or something. They are aimed towards like younger children, but I don't know, there's just something about them that I still find enjoyable, and I've never really thought they felt like a young children's book, so yeah, I'm still reading them. They're still coming out. I just wanted to draw some fun Valkyrie and Skullduggery stuff because I haven't drawn them in so long. And then we have Jai Courtney from the show Kaleidoscope, I think, which it's such a weird show. It's a heist show. I was genuinely enjoying it, and then up to a certain point I started to just hate it, and now I don't like it anymore. Different accounts got the episodes in different orders, which I thought was interesting but also really weird, and I don't know, but I liked his character, and then, you know, the rest of the show. So I did this on yellow paper with gouache and coloured pencil, and then a little bit of acrylic pen, and I still really like this page. Like, it's a lot of fun and I love the pink, but I wouldn't recommend the show. No. Let's keep going. Oh, okay, yeah, so now we're on to another video where I was redrawing old OCs. I only just posted this one actually, but I did make it back in like October. If you want to check this video out, it is also linked in the description. I did these sketches of them, but I also did digital coloured versions of them as well, so if you'd like to see that. Now we are on to October. Day 1, and I had just finished watching Alien Earth on Disney. I really enjoyed it. I would not say it's a perfect show, but I enjoyed it still. I was doing Flesh PNG's Badtober for Inktober. The first day was fan art, and I was like, that's perfect, because I really wanted to do something for Alien Earth. So I just did this page initially, which is just a bunch of ballpoint pen sketches, mostly of, oh, what's his name? Is it Kirsch? Timothy Oliphant plays him, so I, you know, loved him. Yeah, I did this page initially, then I wanted to do a gouache painting of his character again, because he was like sciencey. I don't like it. Like, I like how I did all the colours and stuff, but his face I'm just not happy with, and so I just don't like the piece. I'm gonna move on now. So yeah, day 2 was drawing shoes, and for whatever reason I wanted to draw Sonic, which is strange because I'm not really into Sonic, so I have no idea why I wanted to draw Sonic, but I did, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So this is just, you know, drawing him with ballpoint pen on some orange paper. Then day 3 was car, so I just did some sketching and whatnot in Posca pen. This is Hot Rod from the 1986 Transformers film, and they were fun to do, but they were a bit tricky because I do not draw cars. And then at the bottom I also drew little tiny Sonic because I thought it just looked kind of boring at the bottom, so he's there too. Then for day 4, it was unusual. I felt like doing something for Look Outside, which is this really cool game where I think it's the sun or just something in the sky, I can't remember, is just kind of like mutating or changing anything that comes into contact with it, you know, like it's beams light, you know. So I just wanted to draw some, because you have like a plant in your room in that game that you can move closer to the window to get some of the sun if you want. I don't remember what happens if you do that, if anything happens, but I thought it would be cool to use like a monstera and then just have the leaves are kind of starting to look a little bit like hands, and it's like, huh, what's up with my plant? So yeah, I tried to do similar lighting to the art in that game, because that game has got some like really cool spooky art. And then over here I just did a Venus flytrap, but it has human teeth instead of its like little spikes. Then for this one it was touch grass. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I did this little thing and don't like it. So then I put a ton of Sanrio stickers on it, which makes me like it more, but you know, I still don't like it, which is fine because you're not gonna like everything. Day 6 was cheetah, and I love this so much. This was when I was like starting my drawing big cats vibe that I got into. So initially I just started with these little cheetahs, which I really liked. This is all using Posca marker again, but I didn't like how blank the background looked, so I drew in this roaring, yawning, or whatever cheetah, and I was like, wait, that was fun. I really liked that. So I did it again on this second page with another one. I love it. It was so much fun. And I just really like how the style looks. Just the pink and blue looks really nice together. Day 7 was a break day where you didn't have to do anything, but I wanted to keep going because I was also like, if I do a page per day, I'm gonna finish this sketchbook really quickly, which I know is like maybe not the best thing to like strive for. Like I should be striving for making art that I like. But like I said, I was so worried about this sketchbook that I was like, I don't want to use it anymore. I want to be done with it. I'm ready to start a new one. So yes, for day 7, I drew something anyway. I went on Poker Fusions, I think, which is where it fuses 2 different Pokemon together. And I just drew some of the ones that I got, and it was so fun. This was using the Rollerball ink pen, which unfortunately smudges very easily. This paper did not want to absorb it. Then on this page, it's Adrian Chase again, or Vigilante. I don't really like how it came out, but I tried to do this acrylic marker piece of him, and then I lined it with ballpoint pen. Yeah, I didn't like it, but I decided to use it anyway, and I did these little ones of Vigilante around him, and also Hello Kitty and Cinema Roll. Oh, and this like magazine kind of page thing. Day 8 was Flower, so I did Lily of the Valley because I like it and it's a lot of fun, and it was just easy and fun to do without having to think too much. Day 9, the prompt was Today is Thursday. I did not know what to do for that, so I kind of went for a Pepe Sylvia kind of thing, Charlie Day thing. I was just feeling really lazy, so I only did this here. And then down here, day 10 was night, so I did the same night that I had at the beginning of the book, this one, but with acrylic markers or Posca pens, I don't remember, just in some colours. Yeah, and I really like how it turned out. I was surprised by how much I liked the colours of the background. It kind of gave it like a fruit energy drink vibe to me. Then day 11 was Girl and Her BFF. I went with Mimi and Palmon from Digimon because I love them so much. They are my favourite Digimon characters. I did them last year for Inktober as well, so I thought that would be cute to do them again this year. And they're just ballpoint pen sketches that I had a lot of fun with. Day 12 was Screenshot, which I just did like a movie screenshot from Coraline. I did this scene of Babinski. I regretted it, honestly. I used gouache and then I immediately was like, I wish I'd gone for something easier, and it took me a couple days to do, unfortunately. I really wish I'd gone for something easier. So then on this page, I think it was do a PSA. So I did one as if my cat Dexter had made one, where he's just going, feed me. And I love him. He's such a sweet little funny boy. Then day 15 was Strange Colours, so I decided to do some like landscape scenery stuff. I changed the colours for everything to make them strange. Yeah, that was fun as well. It was a lot simpler and it was fun. I didn't mind it as much. Then for this page, this is one that I had been really looking forward to doing because the prompt was you if you weren't you, and I really wanted to do it in the style of, what is it? Is it No I'm Not Human? Which is a game where people, you know, come to stay with you, but they might not necessarily be a human, and it's up to you to figure out if they are or not to keep yourself and the other residents safe. This is a partial face reveal, I guess, except I didn't do that great a job, and that doesn't really look like me. But this was an attempt. Yeah, and I just had a lot of fun trying to get the colours somewhat similar to the game. I think I did make it more green than the game, but I like it. Then here I was doing some planning. I've been meaning to make this like poster of Wrench from Watch Dogs for so long. I wanted to do it in the style of like a horror movie poster, like Night of the Living Dead, but it's meant to be Night of the Living Wrench. I did this sketch because I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finally do it. And I did. I did do it. So hang on. This is a small print of it from just some cheap photo company. So unfortunately the top did get cut off, but it was really cheap, so kind of don't care. Every time I've told them in the past, they're like, oh, it's your fault that the thing gets cut off. So I'm like, oh, whatever, it's my fault honestly for keep using you, but it's for myself, so it doesn't really matter that much. But anyway, yes, this is a digitized version of this. Yeah, I've got a bigger version of it up on my wall. It's also available on my Redbubble as well as some other things. Anyway, this page is day 18. It was dragons. So I just did a couple goofy little dragons in pen. Some more wrench. I wanted to do as if, you know, he was coming back as a zombie, because that was the whole point of this, is it is zombie wrench. Just some doodles of him. I'm not a big fan of this page, honestly. I don't like the colours. Then this page was day 19. The prompt was dance, and I had just gotten a Dratini in my Pokemon game with Dragon Dance, so I was like, good enough. I will do that. And yeah, I really actually like how this page turned out. It's again very simple, but I enjoyed drawing them. Then I believe this is the last page. So I got to day 21, and I was really excited for the new Pokemon game because Totodile is one of the starter Pokemons, and he is my favourite starter Pokemon of all time. Yeah, this prompt was I'm into it, and I was like, I don't know, I love Totodile, so I guess I'll just do that. So they're just a couple sketches of Totodile. Then on this page, I had asked over on Instagram for you guys to just like tell me your favourite cute Pokemon, and I just tried to draw as many of them as I could and just fit them on the page as the requests were coming in, and I had such a blast with that, and I really want to do something like that again, but maybe for like underrated Pokemon, or like your favourite underrated Pokemon, you know, like Pokemon that don't really get brought up that much. And I'm thinking like Hoot Hoot or Paris, like they're some of my favourites, so I might do that again. Oh, I have another one of these in the book. I forgot I did that. So yeah, we've got 2 of them, yay! So I just glued this one in the book. Then on this side, it's my girl Cara, because I felt like I hadn't drawn her in ages and I just wanted to draw her. So she is singing because she is a singer, and this is using acrylic marker and pencil again. I don't know what she's wearing, it's kind of really weird. I don't mind this page. It's a bit weird, but I like it. This was when the new Vampire the Masquerade game came out, which I had been looking forward to for so long, but thankfully I didn't get it. I loved the first game. The second game, my lord, what is that? So I was watching, who was I watching? I think I was watching Stormfall. I watched someone else finish it, and I cannot remember who. But I really liked this character. His name is Nico, because he just looks like Wrench if he was a vampire. So I just wanted to do some sketching of him. So these are all done with just normal pencil, and then this one is done with gouache, and I had so much fun with this. Like, he's a romance option, but like the romance options in that game are like so nothing. Like, they give you nothing. There's no point, honestly, to having a romance in that game because of how nothing it is. So that was disappointing as well. But yeah, I drew him here. I just really like him. I just love his vibe. I like how this page turned out. Still on the vampire mood, so I drew a blood bag because I think I was playing the first Vampire the Masquerade again. I did this blood bag. I tried to make it look commercial, you know, like you would buy it in a supermarket, and it was really, really fun. I did this with acrylic markers, and I tried to make it look blocky, shapy, you know. This page was for a video. This was using the Arrtx Jumbo acrylic markers, which were a lot of fun. Their nibs, like, are this big. They're pretty big. So yes, this was just my test page, testing it in my sketchbook, thumbnailing stuff, and this page was also thumbnailing for a bigger piece because obviously they were big pens, so I wanted to use them on a bigger scale. So I did a whole like canvas picture. So if you want to see that and see the video, guess where the link is. Carrying on, my birthday. This was my birthday. I got the movie, the DVD of Thunderbolts, a Thunderbolts poster, and the new Pokemon game. So I just wanted to do a small drawing to kind of capture that because that was really fun. I still haven't finished the game actually, for whatever reason. I was enjoying it so much and then I just put it down and I haven't picked it up since, and I don't know why, but I do plan on finishing it because I actually genuinely love it. Then for this page, it is my trainer character with Bobo. Bobo, my Feraligatr. I love him so much. This was done using gouache and pencil, of course. And I really, really like how it turned out with like the green and the... I tried to make him look like somewhat realistic-y, because I'm sorry, I love Feraligatr. He looks a lot better drawn in the 2D style, but in the 3D style, He is so goofy. He's so goofy. So many Pokemon are in the 3D style and it really sucks. But I still love him. So I made him cooler. Yeah, and this was me practicing how to draw him a bit better in this style. And I really like them. This one not so much. I was trying to make him look scarier, I guess, but then I really prefer the cuter version of him. So that is the version I'll probably continue using when I draw him. Dragon Age. I think I downloaded Dragon Age Inquisition again because I wanted to play it. Cullen got in my head again somehow. He always does. Like, genuinely, what is up? So I was drawing Cullen, I gave him a beard again, and I had to create a new Inquisitor, unfortunately, because my other file got corrupted, which is annoying because I'm so sick of playing the beginning of that game, because, like, I really enjoy that game, but it's not good. Like, it has a lot of flaws, and it's tedious and boring, and you can't mod it. Like, or at least I can't mod it. I don't know how other people do, but like, I just want to give my character like max levels and then just blast through the game so I can just experience the story. Because that's the annoying thing about it. I just want to experience the story, like, because the combat is bad. I don't enjoy the combat at all, so I really don't want to be doing it. I wish there was a way to turn it off just so I could experience the story. Anyway, moving on. I was getting near the end of the book. I just wanted to cover this spread with jumbo markers. So I did, I used all these colours and I had a lot of fun with it. And then I was like, okay, cool, now that I've done that, what do I put on it? So I created this character here. Her name is Star, and she has this bunny mascot. And then on this page, I just wanted to draw some wood lice because I've always really liked them. I've always thought they were kind of cute, so kind of lazy, I guess. This page, these are like the thumbnail drawings for the bunnies on this page. And then in between that, I did some planning for my Pokemon team from Pokemon ZA because a couple people wanted to see my team. You know, because I had painted Bobo, my Feraligatr, they wanted to see the same for my team. So I did this piece here. I really like it, although it is also really cramped. But yeah, that's my team. I have a Medicam, Ampharos. I always forget the name of this one. It's like Scolipede or Venipede or something. Then I have Florges, never know. Feraligatr and Flame Talon. And this was using gouache. Yes, that is my team. Carrying on. You might have heard of a game called Silent Hill 2. Well, there is a remake. It came out several years ago. Yeah, so I was watching Jacksepticeye play that again, and I really like James. I did a acrylic marker piece of him. And then on this page, I also did some ballpoint pen drawings of him. And this is on red paper because it is to cover up these alcohol marker drawings. And these were from an Ohuhu video that I did at some point last year. I was sent 3 separate sets of alcohol marker pens. So yeah, I tried them out in that video. And once again, link is in the description if you would like to check it out. This was also used to cover up because obviously the alcohol markers bleed through. So I just did this like Doberman dog guy with acrylic markers. Then I did some just random sharks with acrylic markers that aren't my favourite, but they were still fun to do. But mostly I was like, I just want to finish this book. So now we are at the end spread, where I drew my girl Kara holding a little chibi version of her boyfriend Caesar. Unfortunately, because of how the book is at this point, like you can see, as you progress through the book, it kind of gets harder and harder to not have this rounded bit in the spine. So her face is very distorted because of that, and she just never looks right. So because of that, I kind of don't like this piece, but oh well. Yeah, this is the last piece. I did the same thing again with jumbo markers and then went over it with regular brush markers. It's the end. I just wanted to be done with it. And yeah, that was the thumbnail for it, and this was my tester page. I don't know, I drank pink gin at some point. So yes, that is it for this book. I am glad to be done with it. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I will not go over it again, but that does mean I am using a different book now, which is this one, which I'm having a lot of fun with. I think I just recently posted the video where I started this sketchbook, even though I technically started this back in November. This one is a Sea White of Brighton sketchbook that I covered up with just some like designs from a box, from a Tokyo Treat box. I go into more detail about that in the video itself. It's the same size, it's A5 as well, because I've been really enjoying this size. I might move up to a bigger size at some point, but I also have an A5 book lined up as my next book as well, because I am actually like, I'm over halfway with this one already, so I will be finishing that in the next couple of months. Thank you so much for following me for this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, before we go, I want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons. Disby, Finn Carter, Grimclow, The Waffle of Life, Non-Toxic, Saint Nick's, LP, Kira May, Kay, Joanna, Mila, Pretty Rotten, R.A. Foxy, Joanna Snake Moon, Humble Frogs, Local Fishkeeper, Mould Ghoul, Farrar Sun Arts, Molly Marula, Scout Radley, Sammy Bear 127, Kenzania, Arrow, Charlie, Malorus, Cindy King, Art by Lavender, Angela's Dark Tales, Rainbow Tea, Breaded Nuggets, Learns, Humani, The Moth Bug, Nox, Catbird House, The Tormented Shadow, Sweet and Hopeless, Pocket, Jordan's Tiny Planet, The Coffee Rain, Black Jackal Art, Leela Loves You, Faith, A. Wendu, Ronnie, Olivia Gadbour, Heather F, Cheris Needham, Rotting Lettuce, Binexary, Cyrus Orion, Mottled Pixel, Malbon Designs, Gamut Girl, Catberry Studio, Solar Tortoise, Auden, Red S Lily, Hayley, Sienna G, Lady Ratbird, Fia, Greenfinch G Illustration, Lynn, Cody, Kaleidoscope Arm, Cloud, Cleofix, Redders, Ziutka, Artsy Ghost, Melisandre Sinclair, Hurrier, June, Dakota Garcia, Manon, Lily Likes Art, Rona, Levi, Kira's Cozy Corner, Tink, Daniel McGuinness, Janine, Dios Live, K2, Flossie, August, Stegosaurus, Yoinks, Soundly Manners, Stoyan, Bleety, Chloe, Starry Fern, Kiki, Nuclear Nail Bomb, Brianna, P. Wright Stuff, Rake Norway, JGP, Spaceman Theo, Slurp, Nosebridge, Doposthesia, Cherry, In the Clouds, Quill, Nowil, Saturn, SaturnsWar.jpg, Bunny B, Samara, Juan Jolter, Lee H, and Jen B Burning. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. I am currently working on some more videos for you guys, so hopefully they will be out soon. I do also want to quickly say, like, I'm sorry about the lighting for this one. Like I mentioned, the lighting has just gotten very bad. But anyway, thank you if you stuck around this long, and I will see you in the next video.